Hello everybody. Damn, it's been a while since I've made a video, and while I was editing and working on other projects, I thought to myself I should probably make a video before it's too late, because we have a lot of chicks. What I want to show you is just basically all the chickens and some of the golden pheasants and the ducks. It's gonna be a very long video. I have to do a lot of work today, and I'm gonna try to film as much as possible, maybe except for the cleaning. I think everybody knows how to clean their chicken coops by now. So I'm just gonna show you everything and tell you something about all the breeding flocks and all the chicks I have right now, because I have a lot, like a lot. And there are still incubators running in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. Let me show you. Over here we have my main incubator, my Incubator 162. We still have some turkey eggs in here. Those are the eggs over here. 2 golden pheasant eggs in your right corner. And the 2 trays below that contain Ancona eggs, about 15 I believe. And 6 Ancona Bantam eggs from my red mottle project. Here we have the fish tank that needs to get some cleaning. Hopefully I can get that done today as well. Over here we have the Incubator Eco 24. It contains 6 Indian runner ducks eggs and I think about 20 colics eggs. They're about to hatch, so the turkeys are gonna hatch within a week. The golden pheasants are gonna hatch 2 days after the chickens, and the chickens is now day 20. Those are already in the Incubator 45, so that's within 3 or 4 days that the golden pheasants are gonna hatch. And as you can see over here in my other incubator, I've placed 46 golden pheasant eggs. Yeah, you hear me right, 46 golden pheasant eggs. That's a lot, and the reason why I have so many is because I have a lot of golden pheasants. But I sold just, about last day, yesterday I believe, 2 hens, my 2 yellow hens, and the yellow rooster is also up for sale, because I just have too many birds. And some of my friends told me less is more, so I'm going to try to implement that philosophy in my life, to have like a little bit less birds. I'm even considering quitting with the ducks, or at least the call ducks. I do like the Muscovies. They don't produce sound, they're very docile, and you don't have a lot of colors, so I'm not really tempted to like have 20 colors of them. For now I only have wild type and striped wild type, and we have 4 brown wild type chicks, which I'll show you in a minute. But let me first show you the chicks of the chickens and the call ducklings. Puvinci is doing great. She's already an experienced mice catcher, and she's now practicing on rats, but for me it's not really necessary, because the rats don't really cause any harm to my animals, because they can't get into the coops. But yeah, it's in her instinct to to try to catch them. She already tried and failed once. She got a nice, I should say, a bad cut on her mouth. And yesterday she dug up like 4 or 5 rats, but she wasn't able to catch Daddy. Very active dog, but she also likes to sleep. Yeah. She can sleep for hours. So now let me show you the chicks. So here in the omelet run we have hatching round 1, 2 and 3. In 1 we had the red mottles. Not a lot of great ones this year, and I also didn't have a lot. This rooster is looking promising, but he has a black tail. But apart from that, I might become something digital, and I believe that's about it. Oh yeah, we have a hen over here. Also nice, not the greatest, but I believe I can start to get some problems with inbreeding. A lot of the chicks were very small, not really lively, they were skinny, so I've already started making a new bloodline with the use of some blue mottled bantams. So that's it for hatching round 1. In hatching round 2 we have some very interesting birds, like this rooster over here. They came from Gabriel from Italy. I believe I hatched about 12 chicks from his eggs, and I've got, I think, 4 roosters, 8 hens, something like that. So this is a rose-gold rooster. There is a very nice single crow rooster somewhere. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there he is, I think. Yeah, that's the one. He's very nice, looking very promising. Has a perfect comb, perfect wallets, nice color. Yeah, he's very nice. Could be a show winner even, just like his mother. And some hens. This hen over here. Basically every chick you see in this video with a black gray, those are the ones from Italy. I believe this hen over here as well. Yeah, she's already starting to look very nice little, but she doesn't look that great. I don't know what's bothering her, but I think it's a little bit too overcrowded in here. So today we're gonna move them outside. The other rooster over here, also from Italy. This rooster is one that I bred myself. It's the F1, you could say, from the offspring of Mark's hens. So the only existing Belgian bloodline, except now I am making new bloodlines here in Belgium. He has his sister, and this is his older sister. So far looking promising. They're much bigger than the Italians. And then in the same hatching round I also made a cross of Blue, the big Ancona rooster, with a Livorno hen. She was blue, so I have some splash ones over here, a blue one, a black hen. Most are hens. I'm very lucky this year. One splash mottle, say splash rooster. There's a guy over here. Also a very nice one. So yeah, a blue rooster. Doesn't have the greatest comb, but very nice coloring. Also some interesting coloring on the feet or the legs, so that might be interesting as well. Then we have some pure, in hatching round 3, some pure blue mottled and black mottled Ancona. Those are the one with the white rings, you're able to see it. And then we have some with green rings as well. And those are a cross between an Ancona Bantam rooster and 2 Ancona hens. They were blue mottled, very nicely mottled. They are already sold, so I can't show them to you. You will see some photos of them on my Instagram, hopefully very soon. But I'm a little bit behind with Instagram. I have some catching up to do in that part. But I have to be honest, since the Corona crisis, the Ukrainian crisis, just all the crises together, it's been very hard to live completely, or even impossible, to live completely from YouTube alone. And the sales of incubators and stuff like that. So I've been working with other companies. Now I'm looking for a new job, and yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. I try to keep the chicken hobby and business running, but it's not easy. Let's see. So these were the first 3 flocks, and I'm gonna move them outside, then clean this and put in some new hatching rounds in here. Hatching round 4 are the dun mottles. Those are over here. As you can see, I've already got rid of the black mottles and the roosters with bad combs. So I'm left with about 3 roosters, I believe. This one and yeah, that one. So, and I think about 9 hens or so. The father passed away, so that's why I can also not show you anymore. The mothers, part of them are sold, but I still have some. But they were just plain black mottled Ancona bantams. Yeah, some promising chicks over here. I believe they're now 7 or 8 weeks old. So I'm gonna move them into the big pen. Then over here we have more Italian eggs from Gabriel and some of my own. It's now day 20, and so far I don't really see a lot of movement. I'm gonna lower the temperature a little bit. The humidity is about 5%. Then over here we have 2 hatching rounds. Ones are the bantams, and those are the crosses between my red mottled rooster and 3 blue mottled hens. And I also have some pure red mottles, or reds, because the father was red. So far there's not much to be seen right here. And the other chicks are a little bit younger, but as you can see they are bigger, and that's because they are large cow. Also the cross between Ancona and Livorno. So I have enough of them, and I also already got rid of the mother, the Livorno hen. She's in good hands now. Well, she went to one of my neighbors, so that's great. I'll also post a photo of her on my Instagram page. Then over here we have a new bloodline of large Anconas. They're from Evert, the member of the Ancona flock. And as you can see, he also breeds Old English gamefowl and cuckoo partridge, or I believe it's called cuckoo duckling in America. And yeah, apparently one hen lays her eggs with the Ancona, so I have now one Old English game. Apparently it's a rooster. We'll see. I have some splash chicks. Most are blue, and I believe 1 or 2 are black. They are very big, and they have very nice yellow legs with some black markings on them. So I'm curious how they're gonna grow up. He mainly selects like big body types and vigor, and lastly on color. So yeah, we're gonna see. For now they look very white, but some have like this one over here have like the typical Ancona down. The others are a bit more white or yellow, like this chick. But they could become something interesting or good. Yeah, we'll see. As you can see, they're quite young. I think like 3 weeks or so. A little bit skittish. Yeah, that's because I have so many chicks. I don't have time to like cuddle everybody or hang around with everybody for a long time, so they become tame. But yeah, they're doing great. One died, one of the splash chicks. Yeah, that can happen. And then over here are the others from the only Belgian bloodline left. So from the hands of Marv. They're very skittish. Also large fowl. So yeah, very skittish for a large fowl. But we'll see. Maybe I'll put them also in the big coop, or I'll just leave them a little bit in here a little bit longer. I think they are about 4 to 5 weeks old, so within a week or 2 I'm gonna try to ring them, and then they can join the others in the big omelet run. A lot of them have very nice combs, so that was what I was aiming for. And also nice leg color, as this guy, as you can see up here. What you see, yeah, very yellow with the black markings, so that's great. Some promising chicks. The colors, yeah, I think the blue ones will become a little bit too light in color. However, there are some darker ones, like this hen over here. So far I like them, the type looks good. I'm curious how the tails will grow out. And I also have a lot of hens. And actually every batch I have a lot of hens, which is great, so I don't have to call a lot of roosters. Now over to the adults, and first I need to catch this guy. 2 new Ancona hens from Henk, also a member of the Ancona club. If you want to become a member of the club, I'll put the link down in the description below. We fused together with the Livorno club or the Leghorn club, so for now it's still called the Leghorn club. But hopefully the name will change to Leghorn and Ancona Club. But you can already become a member. What I like about these hens is their tails, especially this hen in the front. This hen is also quite nicely mottled. The other one is a bit darker, but that's something a lot of breeders desire. So yeah, I'm not complaining. But I think she also has a very nice tail. But this one is very nice typing. And also they both have excellent combs, excellent wattles, excellent earlobes, very nice leg color as well. And as you can see, I collect almost every day. I collect 2 eggs in this coop, and they're in quarantine. So yeah, imagine them going outside, having grass and what have you. I think I'm also going to use them to produce my layers for our new farm. That's also a new project, but more about that in a later video, because we still have to do a lot of paperwork first to get things started, and a lot of calculations, how much everything's gonna cost us to get started, which is not so easy here in Belgium, but yo, that's just how it is. Then over here we have some new animals from Gerrit, who was actually a former president of the Ancona Club, but due to health reasons he sadly had to stop breeding Anconas. He already stopped breeding the large fowls like a couple of years ago, I believe. And now he's quitting with the Bantams as well. So I got 19 animals actually of him. But I gave some away to the other club members here in Belgium. And I'm left with 1 rooster rose-comb with 3 rose-comb hens. And I still have 1 to 3 single-comb hens over here. They're very nicely mottled. He was a show breeder, so he definitely knew what to select for. And then I also have actually 2 Splash Livorno Bantams and 2 more Ancona Bantams. Those are in the other pen. There's a lot of sunlight, so I don't really know if you will see them that well. I like this hen, but she looks quite old. I'm not sure how old she is. I would say 4 years. Green ring usually means 2019 or 2013, that would mean she's 10 years, but I think more 4 years. I'm not quite sure. I don't collect a lot of eggs in here, so
I do kind of have the feeling that a lot of them are very old. The rooster is from last year, a very nice one, but yeah, I'm running out of space, so I'm gonna get rid of the rose combs eventually. They're not my favorite. I like the rooster, but the hens, yeah, it almost looks like they have no comb, and I don't know, I feel like an Ancona should have a comb, I should say. I mean, they have a comb, but I prefer the single combs. The rooster is nice, very nice, but we'll find a good home for them. If anybody is interested, I am selling hatching eggs, or if you really want to become a member of the club, you can just have the eggs for free. That counts for every member. We mainly want to preserve the breed, not earn a lot of money or something with the Anconas. So we're happy to welcome new members, and then we'll get you hooked up with some Anconas. That's no problem. A lot of us breeders have a lot of animals, especially me. I have about, without the chicks, adult animals, yeah, maybe like 70, 60 or 80 animals. So with the chicks, I can always make you a trio, a couple, or even a complete flock. That's no problem. If you just want to try them out, then you can buy them from me. Or if you want to keep them as a laying breed or something like that. But if you become a member, then we'll get you some for free, because that's what we do in a club. We help each other to preserve the breed, to preserve our hobby, to share experiences, knowledge, and just have a fun time overall with our fun hobby. The other hens from Gerrit, 2 black mottled hens from last year. One has very nice leg color. I believe it's this one. She got a lot of black markings. Yeah, this one doesn't. But I believe she's a full sister of the other one. She looks very similar. This one is the one with the nice leg color. And that's something my rooster lacks a little bit. However, it's definitely not too bad. But a very big advantage of these hens is that they have a very long tail. And that's something my rooster doesn't have. So I'm hoping for the color of my rooster, also the comb of my rooster, he has a very nice head. But with the tails and the legs of these hens, that will be amazing. They also have okay combs. They look a little bit messed up, because the younger hens were getting pecked on a lot by the older ones. Yeah, you can't keep them in very tight spaces if they're not raised together. So if you would put in like new hens over here that they don't know, then they're gonna peck on them. And Ancona needs some space. So over here is actually also maybe a little bit too small, but it's just temporary for breeding. And I believe like the other 2 grayish hens are Splash Livorno Bantams with very nice long tails. Yes. If they are Splash and I combine them with this rooster, we should have 100% of blue chicks. So I'm curious. Gonna try it out. They have long tails, so hopefully we can get that into my bloodlines, because the long tails is very difficult. It's because the Ancona Bantam actually originates from England, the UK, and there they tend to breed more on color and not really on the tails. So you get these short tails, which is actually not like a desired trait in an Ancona, but we're getting there. Sooner or later. I already have a very nice son of him, and that's the next one that I'm going to show you. Here with the ducks, we have another breeding flock for the dun mottleds. We have a platinum mottled hen, and I believe 4 dun mottled hens, with a black mottled rooster, another dun mottled hen, a very nice one. But so far no chicks of these guys. I do have chicks from my Muscovy duck Drake over here, with his hen over here. And there are the chicks. She had 17, of which 4 are brown wild types. And I've kept the 4 brown wild types. The others are already rehomed. Here's the 4th chick. They're doing great. I've added this fake grass mat to make sure they don't drown in the pool. Here we have Whittaker, the other call ducks. Oh, and I forgot to film the call ducklings. I already have 1 call duckling over here with my blue wild type hen, and duck I should say. Oh, it's sleeping right now. Ah, it's awake. I believe this is the father. Ah. Not the best pattern, the spoilers. I'm chicken. She had 3, 2 already died. Let's see if this one makes it. Up we have a breeding flock of large Anconas. We have our 2 sisters from Blue, our blue mottled Anconas. I think they're very nice. This is a son of Blue, and the mother was a hen from Bernard. I don't have any hens from Bernard left. I got rid of 1. I kept 2 for this year, but one died. And the other one is already gone as well. And with gone, I mean I rehomed her. She's with a new enthusiastic breeder. Still need to convince him to go to or to become a member of the club. But yeah, it's not a necessity to be an Ancona breeder. You don't have to be a member of a club, of course. Maybe one day. I have some chicks of this guy and his hens. Those were the chicks with the white ring. And I'm still incubating some eggs. And I've also put some new eggs in as well from these guys. I believe 20. So we'll have a lot of chicks from this trio. Finally, I didn't hatch some eggs last year from the house because I didn't have a rooster for them. I only had their brother, but I prefer not to do the cross brother X sister. But now I have a rooster that's a little bit less related with them. Next flock we have Blue, our big Ancona rooster, blue mottled, with his 2 black mottled hens from another Hank of the Netherlands. There are also some Bantam hens in here, just because I have too many Bantams. Not for breeding. They're just here. I'm hatching out some eggs now. I don't have chicks of them already. This is the newest hen. I really like her color. So we'll see. She's a bit on the heavy side. So I think next year I'm gonna pair her up with one of the Italian roosters. They should be a little bit more slender, a little bit more or even close to perfection of the desired type of an Ancona. And over here we also have our first pair of golden pheasants. Filming those would be a little bit more difficult. Here's my nicest hen. She's cinnamon pied and the rooster is the salmon one. They get their colors I believe in August. I believe that this combination should or could produce peach colored golden pheasants. So I'm hopeful. We'll see. Then over here we have a flock of red mottled Ancona bantams. A red rooster, son of Luigi. Oh yeah, by the way, sad news, Luigi died recently. This is, I believe, a daughter of Luigi? Yeah, I think so. And it's my best red mottled hen so far. She's really nice. The 6 Ancona Bantam hens in the incubator right now are from her. So yeah, those could produce some nice chicks. I really like her. She's very nice, very nice. Over here we have a pair of golden pheasants as well. It's a cinnamon rooster with a wild type hen who also carries yellow. So we'll see what we can get out of this cross. I think we will just have wild types that carry the cinnamon gene. Unless cinnamon is dominant over white, but I'm not quite sure. I think cinnamon is the same as chocolate in chickens and ducks. So it probably is combined with the genes are on the sex linked, or the genes are sex linked. But yeah, we'll see. If that's the case, then we should have all wild hens. So I should keep a wild rooster and combine that with a cinnamon hen, I don't know, we'll see. He also doesn't have his adult plumage yet, so I'll show you that in a couple of months. 2 hens are over here and they've hatched out some culled eggs. They had 6 eggs. 1 egg was bad and all 5 have hatched, and it just happens to be that this is my favorite. I believe you could say this is an Ancona colored culled egg, which is exactly what I wanted. The others are more like the parents, like the other chick I have. This is like a blue, and then you could say some like a blue magpie. This is black magpie. Do we have more? I believe we also have like a blue, this one. This might be a blue white chest and white belly. I don't know the name in English. We say blue white chest or bipped. I think it's blue bipped. And the other chick is also a black magpie, I believe. I can't seem to find it. Here it is. Yeah, it's also a black magpie. Very cute, but I'm not gonna keep them all. Maybe only like the Ancona colored one. I don't know. Taking them inside will be a bit difficult. I tried it yet, and my other ducklings, the bigger ones, attack the smaller ones, so that's not really convenient. So maybe I'll just let the hens take care of them, put a close eye on them. If they do well during the night, because the nights are still very cold, we'll see. I'll put some food and water for them, and I'll take them outside. For now, I'm just gonna leave them here. Luckily, this blue Livona Bantam cross hen doesn't attack them. She's looking for a place to lay her egg. So yeah, that's enough Caldic cuteness, because as you can see, she needs to lay her egg up to the next flock. Here we have a yellow golden pheasant male. He's up for sale. And we have our blue mottled hens, Ancona Bantams, with a red mottled rooster. Those are the parents of like the brown the brown blue and brown black mottled chicks in the garage or in the shed, if you will. There are already the 2 black mottled hens already here as well, because I had to make room in the chick pen. You can see they're still laying eggs, so I'm gonna leave them. The red mottled rooster is a bit shy, as you can see. He always hides when I try to film him, so not really ideal. Up to the next flock. Here we have another pair of golden pheasants, a salmon male with a wild type female, and we have some daughters of blue, 7, a bantam rooster and some bantam hens. The bantam hens should be in the pen next door, but apparently they escaped to this pen, so no, I guess they all are going to stay out here. Some very nice hens, but yeah, I only have their father and their brother, so I think I will combine them with one of the Italian roosters next year. The hens with the white ring, like this hen over here, the 4 with the white ring, are very good layers. I basically collect eggs almost every day. 4 hens, 4 eggs, almost every day. This hen, the blue one, this hen, and the other one is over there with the rooster. Yes, some mating action. But yeah, I'm not collecting eggs for incubation over here. It's just for my own personal consumption. Over here we have Luigi's pen. It looks a bit empty. Here we have our couple of 5,000 golden pheasants. 5,000 means that I have papers to prove that they are genetically pure wild types, pure wild golden pheasants. I'm gonna incubate the eggs, but I don't think I will have the time or it's worth the effort of also labeling them as 5,000. We have still 2 red hens that were with Luigi. They can actually go. They're up for sale because I only want to breed the pure red mottles. However, they might be still interesting to combine with one of their sons. I don't know, but I kind of have the feeling that inbreeding is becoming a problem, so yeah, I don't know. I should find something new, red, or I hope the chicks from the cross of red and blue will be a good addition to put with my red mottled roosters. We'll see. There's also my last black mottled Ancona bantam hen rose comb over here, but as you can see, she's very heavy. I don't know why, and she's struggling to breed a little bit, or she's just breeding heavy. But she might also be very old, like 10 years or so. No, but she can retire here. I don't think she lays eggs anymore. They let her be. I was afraid they were gonna pack her because she's new in this pen, but apparently they don't, so that's great. And they're actually two nice hens. But yeah, with the inbreeding, I don't know if it's worth it to keep them and keep breeding with them, because you have to know that mottled is a recessive gene. So when you cross these guys, or these hens I should say, with a red mottled rooster, only 50% will be mottled. And because the red is also like not pure, as in it will, or yeah, what it means is that you can still have partridge or mainly wheaten chicks, so wheaten and wheaten mottled. So what I'm trying to say here is that when you combine these 2 hens with a red mottled rooster, if they would all be very pure, you would have 50% red mottled, 50% red. But that's not the case. You will only have like 1 red mottled chick in, let's say 8 or 10 chicks, or even more. This means a lot of hatching, a lot of raising chicks, because it's very difficult to see when it's gonna, or if it's a mottled chick. So yeah, I don't know. I've raised already hundreds of reds and red mottles, or mainly wheaten mottles, that I have to eventually get rid of because they're not that useful when you already have red and red mottled. So yeah, we'll see. If I can't find anything better, then maybe I'll still use them. They're very nice though. And over here we have the last breeding flock. Mario, the son of Luigi, who is red mottled and is of course hiding right now, with his 3 hens, 1 red one who carries mottles, and 2 red mottles. Maybe not the greatest hens, but they have a lot of potential, and they are very good layers. I also collect almost every day 3 eggs in here, so that's very nice. That's definitely a trait that I want to keep, because yeah, I want them to be an Ancona, which means there should be 2 colors. A basic ground color, in this case red, with a white mottle, and they should lay very well, like any Ancona should. And over here we also have a couple of golden pheasants. This is a cinnamon pied female, and we also have a cinnamon male. the nicest one of the bunch. He already has a lot of color, but it will improve even more later on in summertime. And as you can see, he's the boss, even though the rooster is like twice his size. Chick pen, we still have a wild type golden pheasant female, a yellow golden pheasant male, and there is also a wild type male. He's way in the back, of course, hiding after the bamboo. Oh, and there's one hen already, or still over here. She's incubating some Muscovy duck eggs together with the mother of the Muscovy ducks. And they're sitting over here on the eggs together. We'll see what will hatches out of this combination. I'm hoping for some striped ones, and if they are all black, I'll just keep a couple of them in hopes of a female, and they all should carry striped because the father is striped. And this way, when I cross the female back to the father, we should have our first striped females as well, and then we can make like a nice couple or trio of striped Muscovies, and then we can also use them, or I just use the father to create brown striped, which is also a very nice color. So for now, I'm gonna clean this and make it ready for the chicks. I'm gonna move the chicks into the chick pen, which is looking very empty right now, but it won't look very empty within a couple of minutes. Then I'm gonna clean everything, and then I'm gonna maybe like show you the end result over here. The side, the chicks will just move a little bit. And that was it for today, for now. Now I'm gonna start first feeding the chickens and the ducks, and then I'm gonna start cleaning. The less fun job to do, but that's part of keeping chickens or animals in general. A lot of cleaning. Goodbye.